In order for a person to actually start healing, they have to take care of trauma. They have to take care of trauma. So if you don't take care of trauma, you know, I'm telling you, if you don't take care of trauma, you know that you end up having PTSD. PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. So, that's why I say take care of your trauma, because it plays a bigger role in your life nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So when you start taking care of trauma, it won't lead you to PTSD. Post traumatic stress disorder is a mental health condition triggered by experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. That's just like, just say for instance, I've seen I've seen on what you call it, on the on Facebook where the young lady, she was with her boyfriend, and she was with her boyfriend, and the gentleman, he had a side piece. So they was actually getting their groove on. When they was getting a groove on, I ain't gonna say the whole how they flipped each other, all that stuff or whatever. But he was on top. He was on top of her, and the side piece came in and shot him, and so the guy that was on top, he died on top of her. Like Color Purple said, how did he die? On top of me. But that really happened. You understand what I'm saying? So that event will give her PTSD. So you gotta understand, you gotta take care of that trauma, but she gonna be trauma bond for for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Because that's some life threatening type stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So the symptoms can include flashbacks, um, serve anxiety, nightmares, and uncontrollable thoughts. And the event. Okay. So with a life coach can be a supportive role in helping individuals manage their symptoms and work towards recovery. Because you know what a life coach does. A life coach actually plays a big role, because we want you to take care of your trauma. We want you to take care of your trauma first. Because if you're not talking about your trauma and letting your trauma just ease out. You know what I'm saying? Just let it ease out. If you don't talk about it and start moving on with life, then you're gonna end up with post traumatic stress disorder. So what you have to do is you have to take care of that trauma. Once you start taking care of that trauma, it you start gaining a new mindset. So that's why you have to erase the negativity that's stored in your brain. You have to erase that. Like I said, like a computer, reboot it. And so you have to store what you have to start doing. Let me tell you what you have to start doing. You have to start setting goals. Set realistic and achievable goals, because this is related to your healing journey. Because if you don't start setting goals to take care of the PTSD, you're just gonna just go with life with it. Go with life with it. You got to start understanding that when I talked about help, a lot of people do need help, but our pride get in the way and to say, you know what, I'm just gonna hold this in. I don't want to talk to nobody eh, because people ain't gonna understand me. Yeah, it's people out there that understands what people going through. That's why it's a supportive system that people that you can go to and release all that trauma that you've been holding in for years. You understand what I'm saying? So it empowerment. So make just want you want to make a positive change. You want to make a positive change in your life. And if you want to make a positive change, you have to actually talk to someone about releasing that trauma. Because we all have been hurt before. We all have been hurt. We all have been, you know, thrown under the bus. We all have been did all this stuff. Like it's part of our journey. It's part of our journey. But if we don't take care of our trauma, then how are we gonna get somewhere in life? How we gonna start healing ourselves? So we got to understand that we got to start healing ourselves. Take care of that because PTSD is no joke. It's no joke. It's no joke, and it's a no go. So just know that you want to start changing your mindset, erasing that negativity that's stored up in your brain because you overthink things, and a situation get out of control. So when a situation get out of control, then what then you got a disorder. I'm like, oh my God, like okay, like wow. But you can store it somewhere to start taking care of that. You understand? So that's why you go on with life and start on your healing journey by acknowledging that I do have trauma. I have been holding on to this for a long time. You understand what I'm saying? So when you start taking care of that first, that part of you, everything else will fall in place. Everything else will fall in place. So you do not want to just keep holding trauma in. You have to release it. That's part of your healing journey. So it can be more to this little story, but I just want you to know that part. Just don't put yourself in that predicament. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have nightmares about stuff and all kinds of stuff. So talk to someone about it. Find some counseling, some help, or whatever it is, for you can start talking to someone about that. Because that's what plays a big role in our lives. Our trauma that holds us back in life, and we don't understand it. We don't understand that because we don't want to talk about it. But it's a good thing to release that, because it builds up anger. You understand what I'm saying? It builds up anger, and so once you start building up anger, you don't want nobody to tell you nothing. You're stuck in your pride. You're stuck in your pride. Oh, I don't need no help. I don't need no help. That's what a lot of people do. I don't need no help. And talking to somebody, that's not gonna release my trauma. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It will. Understand that that's why they have therapies. That's why they have counselors. That's why they have all kinds of stuff that you can talk to. I mean, different people that you can talk to be a support system. Because at the end of the day, just think about, if you talk to if you say for instance, if you talk to the person that started your trauma, that's not gonna help you, because they're gonna be like, oh child, oh child, let me tell you about him. And then they start talking about their problems, and you're not gonna be able to release your problems, because they're gonna start being on their problems. Oh, let me tell you about what What's called did, honey. Yeah, honey. Yeah, and then so the whole conversation gonna shift. It's gonna be into what they personal game of the conversation gonna be. So you got to understand, that's why they have people that listen. That's why that one of my cores says, uh, be quick to listen, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to becoming angry. That's why that chord is in there, because you have to be quick to listen. Listen. When you listen, that means not speaking. But you have people that speak over you, so you're not going to be able to release that trauma. You understand what I'm saying? So when you got a person that's slow to quick to listen, that's how you release trauma. You can't release trauma when you got your auntie right there, and she the one that did all the darn trauma. You understand what I'm saying? Oh girl, let me tell you, that changed the whole conversation. But if you seek professional help, it's gonna release it, because they quick to listen, because they want to gain information to know what they can how what areas in your life that they can help you with. You understand what I'm saying? What areas in your life that they can help you with. But a person that you already know and all this stuff, yeah, they're gonna take over the conversation. Child, but oh girl, Jimmy was up. Don't nobody worry about Jimmy. Ain't nobody worrying about Jimmy. We're not worried about Jimmy. What we're worried about is this person is coming to you for a support, But you want to work, we want to talk about Jimmy. Leave Jimmy out of our conversation. So that's why I tell you all the time, seek professional help. Somebody that's gonna be quick to listen. Okay?